Well, howdy, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to X4 with the Star Wars mod. Yeah, they still don't have the splash screen up just yet. It should be fixed in this next patch. But I've got a preview of the new patch, and we're also going to be looking at the ships that came with 0.5. I'm currently playing on 0.51. But yeah, we're going to be going over several ships that are coming, and they all look fantastic. 4 ships in total. But we're also going to be comparing with a ship that we got just recently in 0.48. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it here. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on board a station that I built. And as you can see, we got our harbor up there, but that's not the most important bit. This is the ship that I've been looking forward to for a long time. Don't know if you guys can tell what it is just yet, but this is the Raider class Corvette. It's still got some issues. It's not finished yet. They're actually working on it, trying to get it fixed right now. For all you guys to enjoy, because like the elevator is not working just yet. But it's got a full custom interior. Oh my gosh! So another thing too that I need to note about this ship, as you can see, it's got like the actual TIE fighter docks, where it holds TIE fighters, but these are actually to scale within basically all the dimensions that he was able to pull up and everything like that. And with these dimensions, a TIE fighter actually doesn't fit in here. Like the TIE fighter wings would be sticking through the roof and the floor. So just bear that in mind. That's the reason why they're not going to have an internal dock. But let's go ahead and head up to the bridge. It does have a custom bridge. It's very similar to the Vindicator bridge and stuff, but it's actually smaller. So as you can see, nice bridge. So, I mean, like, there's some things like that display that's like halfway through the wall, but that's only because of the fact that it's a reduced size. It's the only way he could get it to fit. But it still looks fantastic. Let's go ahead and look at the full model. So here it is, the Raider. I'm in love with this ship, though. This thing can absolutely melt fighters very, very easily, which is actually something that was pretty good for the Empire. The Empire really had to rely on the custom Corvette in order to slay down ships, such as fighters and stuff like that. But it kind of failed in that regard. But yeah, we've got several ships here that we're going to be comparing. Like we got the Kildabby and yeah, MC-80C, that's the Cyanoger. But yeah, we're going to be looking at several things today. I'm not going to do any combat testing for you guys today. That's going to be later this week, just to showcase like what all these ships are capable of. But yeah, so let's go on ahead and look at the stats of the Raider. Now, the Order also has it as well. Oop, wrong one. Give me a second. Where is the Wharf? There it is. There we go. And so here's our regular customs Corvette, right? And so you can see like the average turret output 2747, its roll and its pitch and its yaw and its strafe acceleration, all that stuff. But we're going to look straight at the Raider. So here is the Raider. I've already got a preset set for the Raider. And as you can see, it's slower maneuverability, and the average turret weapon output is lower, but it carries, if we look, it has medium missile launchers, just similar to the Gozanti, but 60 concussion missiles. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the encyclopedia. So we're going to add the Customs Corvette, and we're going to go high preset, and then all I need to do, okay, so it's still set. All right, sweet. And then we're going to add the Gozanti. There it is. High preset, and just make sure, okay. And now we're going to add our Raider. And we're going to go with our preset. There we go. Okay, so now you can see the actual stats across the board. So, like, average turret weapon output, it's like, yeah, the Gozanti has better hull and shields compared to the Customs Corvette. But the Customs Corvette is really good at basically cleaning ships of its size and fighters at the same time. And that was our main picket defense. And then the Gozanti was just like the lower end spectrum of that, especially when you go cheaper. But it also could carry 4 small fighters. But if we look at our Raider, Raider's got the same shield strength as Gozanti, but much more hull, a fast recharge rate, and as you can see, the average turret weapon output is actually stronger than the Customs. And it's because of it's got 2 XV7s on it, and it's got all those anti-fighter turrets. Also has the best travel speed, does have the lowest when it comes to maneuverability and such, but also carries 46 crew. And like I said, 60 missiles. 60. Oh, it's fantastic. Also can carry 20 deployables too, so just bear that in mind. The Raider is a really nice upgrade for the M-class ships for the Empire and the Order. So that's going to be it for looking at the Raider. So now we're going to look at another ship. So let me get this thing to undock. Move this order, and we want you to fly and wait. And where's the other one? There it is. And resume your duties. So everyone knows about the Imperial Light Cruiser. Showcased it before with its long-range guns and such. I mean, this is a nice ship that there's a nice medium between like your Vindicator, Victory, and everything like that, just for a good escort ship. But the Order has something that is absolutely fantastic, and we're going to be flying over to it here in a second. So let's go on ahead and we're going to teleport to you. And here we go. So as you can see, there's another Imperial Light Corvette, but is it? Now this ship that we're going to be looking at did come with 0.5. It's not in this patch. Is it just me, or is this ship starting to look a little bit bigger? And is that a hangar underneath? That's because it is. So this right here is the 546 cruiser. So you guys will recognize this as Moff Gideon's ship. As you can see, it's quite larger. Has bigger guns, and it has an actual hangar. So this is basically the ship that was supposed to be like the Order's variant of like a Vindicator. So we're going to be looking at this ship right here, comparison with the Vindicator, but we also have another ship that we're going to be looking at as well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and teleport to this ship as well. Yeah, I'm going to do it from the map. So you can even see the size difference just on the map screen itself. Alright, so this ship also has a custom bridge, as you can see. Basically trying to mirror what it looked like in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. It's like, I really love this big, wide open window at the front. It's really nice. But yeah, this is our, it's called the 546. And like I said, hangar down there. And they launch from the front, which is pretty cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at the stats. And we're going to be comparing it directly. So let's go ahead and get rid of these. And I'm going to leave up the 546 and the Vindicator because there's another ship that we're going to be showcasing here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, hang on, guys. Give me a second. When you send this thing out, because of as of the 0.51 patch, the ship now has new turrets. So give me 1 second here. Upgrade and repair it, and we're going to change that. There we go. Confirm. Now we can go to the encyclopedia. All right. So it's large. And where is there it is. There it is. Okay. So yeah, new turrets. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and confirm that. And then we're going to add in our Vindicator. There it is. And confirm. Okay, so there's the direct stats difference between the 546 and the Vindicator that we're so in love with. So as you can see, number of small docks is +1 on the Vindicator. Vindicator has more hull, but the turret shield grouping is much different. Firepower, we're looking at 1,000 more for the Vindicator. Maneuverability, we're looking better for the Vindicator. Vindicator overall looks like it's going to have much better stats. The 546 does have more crew, so bear that in mind. And we're going to be looking at our next ship for the order. This is an order-only ship. So let's go ahead and let's pull out our Vindicator. So resume your duties. And I want you to fly and wait there. And I want you to fly and wait there. So, this right here, we're going to teleport to, is another ship that has been added with 0.51. So, originally, before I received the patch, it was basically down to whether you wanted the Vindicator or you wanted the class, the 546 class cruiser. Now, this ship right here is brand new to the order, and I want you guys to see if you guys notice anything about this in the regular Vindicator. All right, so if you guys don't know what the difference is, what we're actually going to be seeing with the Enforcer, let me get over to it. Let's get rid of the whole parts real quick. No, yep. All right, so the Enforcer class, as you can see, number of small docks 1, ship capacity 1, and the reason why that is because of it has more D10 turbo lasers on the bottom, as well as ion cannons on the sides, and these are turreted, so they'll actually rotate and stuff like that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look. Where is it? Okay, so right there, D10 long-range turbo lasers, and the other thing this thing has, so there's the other two that are mounted on the bottom, is the HX4 quad turbo lasers, and it's got 3 there, 3 there, 2 there. In total, if you look, 10 HX4 quad turbo lasers, 10 XV7s, 6 D10s, and 2 ion cannons. So this thing's fire output is insane. So we're going to be opening this thing up on the encyclopedia as well, so you guys can see the direct comparisons. Enforcer, and we already have our preset, and confirm. So there we go. So the Vindicator used to field a lot of firepower by itself anyways. Now, this Enforcer, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to edit the shields. I don't know why, but the high preset for the shields is completely different. Oh, that's right, because of, is it that one? I think it's that one. Yes, or is it this one? Oh no, it's definitely that one. CEC 5x20. Okay. So as you can see, shields are the same. The Enforcer has more hull. Maneuverability is mixed bag. I mean, like you're gonna get less strafe acceleration, but more boost speed, more travel speed. So overall, just a little bit better in maneuverability compared to the Vindicator. But at the same time, though, don't forget about the carrying capacity for the ships. But look at that stat difference in firepower. Wow. I mean, 12,710 versus 9,905. Like, that's a huge difference. So, yeah, we should be seeing the Enforcer being a very good escort for your big ISDs. Specifically trying to take out multiple MC-80s or even ships that are even smaller than an XL, like a regular large ship. This thing is like a pure battle cruiser. But yeah, I mean, much smaller than an actual battle cruiser in Star Wars terms, but still, you get my reference. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and remove these, and let's go ahead and look at the new MC-80. So, give me a second. There we go. So this is the wingless version of the MC-80. And don't mind the Vindicator down there. But yeah, the wingless version is a lot cheaper than you'll find with the regular MC-80s. You can only buy it from Rebel Alliance. It is not available in the New Republic. So let's go ahead and look at the Cyanogen. So here's the Cyanogen with full loadout, 77.2 million. Okay, with the current skewing of hull parts. That's why I had hull parts up, because of there was just a lot of space stations that were just out of stuff. But yeah, it's like if you look at the number of small docks, 11 and 60. But what makes the reef home a viable option right now, if we go high preset, so 62 million, 62.7 with the current hull parts order. But only 5 small docks, not 11, and 40 for the ship, the small ship capacity. So let's go ahead and bring these up on the encyclopedia as well. I can't find much argument to actually use the reef home, just because of stats. So we're going to add in our ISD2, and we're going to be adding in the Cyanogen and the reef home. So you guys can get a direct comparison among the three when you're trying to decide what your battle carrier is going to be. So here we go. If you look here, the ISD still has the most hull, but when it comes to shields, though, Cyanogen has been buffed a lot. 3.5 million for the shields, but only 2.695, so only 3,000 difference between the ISD2 and the MC80, but you're looking at a full million in hull. Fire output is near half of the ISD2, but the maneuverability is very interesting. Not to mention the radar range as well, 55. But that maneuverability is very interesting, especially when you want to compare it to your ISD2s. Container storage, a little bit on the light side, and like I said, right here, 5 versus 11, and then 40 versus 60. So, I mean, and if it was me, I'd be saving the extra, 10 million, just to get the Cyanogen, because of the Cyanogen, in all regards, just outplays the crap out of that MC80 reef home. So that's just me. But some of you might see that the price difference, and actually getting some of these reef homes might be a good support ship for a Cyanogen, or maybe a good flagship for yourself. Especially if you're going to be having like A-Wings, Y-Wings, and X-Wings on board your reef home. So just bear those stats in mind. Now, the last thing that I do want to showcase, and the reason why I removed that ISD2, is we're going to look at the stats purely on the Venator. So if I go to buy ships here, and I think I have to buy one. Okay, so right here, currently, 66 million. So same price range as the reef home right now. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and order this thing just because of... Actually, I need to edit it, I think. No, I don't. I just haven't listened. Alright, so we confirm that order, and we're going to go straight back to the encyclopedia, and we're going to add the Venator, the Mandal Venator, which you can still upgrade at the at the Imperial Shipyard, so that way you can get the actual like really good shields if you wanted to. Where is it? Yeah, the 5x20s. So like if I went full 5x20s, like it'd be a lot better. 2.5 million shields, but we're just going to stick with just the Mandal Motors Venator. So if we look here, same price as the reef home. Okay, so yeah, we're losing 200,000 in shields, but we're gaining 300,000 in hull. The recharge rate is faster for the shields. Average group for the turrets of the shields, like average group, like turret shields, 193,000. Okay, not to mention is the Mandal Venator with the Mandal Motors turbo lasers. Still has the longest range in the game, 19.1 kilometers engagement distance, which is just nuts. But if you look, yeah, it's like we're actually losing out just a little bit on the yaw, pitch, and roll. But if you look at travel speed, acceleration, boost speed, like we're still far superior in that category. And then number of M docks, 1. Number of M ship capacity, 1. Number of small docks, 18 versus 5. And the ship capacity, 64 versus 40. Not to mention the crew complement as well, 292 versus 187. So, and it's also a missile boat carrier too. So, I mean, you get 76 missiles on board as well. But overall, though, like the Venator is a much better pick than the MC-80, and the Venator is still, almost, in my opinion, still comparable to the MC-80. Because I mean, fire output is pretty close. Still has more hull. Doesn't have as much shields, but yeah, we could buff the shields to about 2.6 with the Imperial shields. But at the same time, though, I mean, that fighter complement, and if you were to run with R41s or M12 Camigulas with ion cannons, or even like I did in my playthrough, fill it out with lots of Scar Gauge 6s and fire sprays from the Bounty Hunters Guild. It's like the Venator can be very, very powerful. So, anyways, that's going to be it for the look at these ships. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and like, subscribe down below to follow me for more news coming from the X4 Star Wars development team and seeing what else is coming up in that new patch, stuff like that. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be doing combat later on this week. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't already, like to subscribe down below. If you wouldn't mind, please do so now. But anyways, I will catch you guys in the next one. And until then, guys, laters.